Foundation Computing Foundation Diploma Higher Education Study, presented by Shamsul Islam Jamil. Learner registration 220621014. OTHM Level 3 Foundation Diploma for Higher Education Studies, Foundation Computing. Here is my topics. 2.1 Internal components of a central processing unit. Control unit, CU, LU, arithmetic logical unit, register, cage, buses, clocks. 2.2 Function of a CPU. The four primary functions of the CPU. Path. Each instruction has its own place in memory. Decode. All executable programs are transformed into assemble order. Exalt. When the CPU exhausts, it does their thing at once. Store. Following the execution of an instruction and the storage of data in memory, the CPU must provide feedback. 2.3 How computer hardware components work together. In general, internal hardware components are those that are necessary for the normal operation of a computer, while external hardware components are attached to a computer to add or improve feature. Computer hardware is a general term used to describe any physical component of an analog or digital computer. Computer hardware can be classified as internal or external. Hardware and software complement each other. A computing device can only function efficiently and produce useful output when hardware and software work together appropriately. 2.4 Different types of storage media. 2.4 Different types of storage media. Hard disk drive, the most common type of mechanic store device, is also called a hard disk or hard drive. CD-ROM, the first standard optical storage device for personal computer. One CD can store 700 MB of data. DVD, the same physical size as a CD, but it can store between 4.7 to 15.9 GB of data, depending on whether the data is stored on one or two sides. Flash memory, also called solid state storage, similar to ROM, except it can be written to more than once. Blu-ray. This discs store 25 GB of data per layer. They are used for storing high definition video. SSD, solid state drive, based on flash memory but is intended as a placement for a traditional hard disk device. SSDs are more expensive than hard drives, but they use less power and offer much faster data access. USB flash drive, also called a USB drive or a flash drive. They can store between 1 to 515 GB. The more they can hold, the more expensive they are. They are plugged into a USB port. The device is recognized as another disk drive. 3.1 Data referencing. Computers use the binary digits 0 and 1 to store data. A binary byte or bit is the smallest unit of data in a computer. A binary number is made up of binary digits, bits, for example, the binary number 1001. There are two other forms of data representation. One is Unicode and other is ASCII. Unicode Unicode is a standard way of representing and encoding digital data. ASCII ASCII stands for the American Standard Code for Information in Tertanic. It is a data representation of economic encoding. 3.2 Encryption of data. Encryption involves using a cryptographic key, a set of mathematical values both the sender and recipient agree on. The recipient uses the key of Q to decrypt the data, turning it back into readable plaintext. 3.3 Representing image and sound. All data inside a computer is transmitted as a series of electrical signals that are turned on or off. Therefore, for a computer to process any data, including text, image, and sound, it must be converted to binary format. 3.4 How how compression can aid the storage of data, image, or sounds. Processing power and storage space is very valuable on a computer to get the best out of both. It can mean that we needed to reduce the file size to text, image, and audio data in order to transfer it more quickly, and so that it takes up less storage space. 3.5 The purpose of logic gates. Logic gates are used to make discussions so that electronic outputs only turn on when the correct logic sequence has been applied. Each logic gate has a name that helps to describe how different inputs will determine the possible outputs. 4.1 Purpose of different type of computer network. Computer network, two or more computers that are connected with one another for the purpose of communication data electronically. Two basic network types are local networks, LANs, and wide area networks. 4.2 The hardware, software, and transmission media used in computer network. Computer network components compares both physical parts as well as the software required for installing computer networks both or organization and at home. The hardware computers are the server, client, paired transmission medium, and connection device. The software computers are operation system and protocols. 4.3 Range of worldwide web technologies. Some worldwide technologies are HTML. HTML Hypertext Markup Language is a web technology first developed by the Tim Berners-Lee in 1990, used to design documents that are displayed in a web browser URL. Uniform Resource Locator. Colloquial Resource Locator. Colloquially termed a web address is a reference to a web resource that specifies its location on a computer network and a mechanism for retrieving it. HTTP Hypertext Transfer Protocol is an application layer protocol for transmitting hypermade documents such as HTML. It was designed for communication between web browser and web servers, but it can also be used for other purposes. 4.2 4.4 Computer Network Topology. In a computer network, there are many types of physical topology. They are bus topology, ring topology, star topology, mesh topology, tree topology, hybrid topology. Thank you.